While Australia is famous, however, across the globe for our farms and our mines, it is our cities that are the powerhouses of our economy. Our cities produce 80% of our national wealth, yet they face unprecedented challenges to ensure they improve their productivity, sustainability and livability. When we came to office, the Commonwealth Government involvement in the planning and development of our cities barely rated a mention in the national conversation. We are turning this around. The National Urban Policy, released in 2011, marked the first time in our history where the national government clearly articulated our aspirations for our cities. We also committed to measure our progress towards these aspirations in the annual State of Australian Cities reports, the third edition of which I released in December. These reports measure progress of the National Urban Policy and show that implementation is well underway. We've also been working with the states and territories to improve the quality of urban planning. Under a COAG agreement, all jurisdictions agreed to a review of their capital city strategic planning systems against 9 separate criteria. These include preserving future transport corridors, a better balance between land release and urban infill, climate change mitigation, better urban design to reduce water and energy usage, and preparedness for the ageing of the population. We're working with the states to drive this agenda through the Standing Committee on Transport and Infrastructure, which I chair. A key focus of this is to develop a set of common indicators so that we can measure progress both over time and draw comparisons between cities. These will be identified each year in the State of Australian Cities reports. Consistent with the collaborative approach of the Infrastructure Australia model, I've appointed a National Urban Policy Forum, including peak industry organisations, to oversee this process. For the first time, outside expertise is being brought into the policy development process up front, rather than just commenting on government decisions after they have been made. I've tried to change the way that the government has operated. Instead of the Transport Department making submissions to Finance and Treasury, going through the budget process, and then people commenting on the outcomes, getting the private sector, different departments, different levels of government engaged in the actual policy development process, so there's ownership and so that you get improved results out of that. For all of these approaches, the productivity agenda is a common theme, because infrastructure is the critical enabler of productivity. The imperative for action is clear. Over the next 2 decades, Australia's freight task will double. Public transport usage will increase by 1/3. International passenger movements through our capital city airports will almost triple. To meet these challenges, this Labor government has delivered record infrastructure investment, and we've pursued complementary reforms. We've doubled the roads budget. Our roads investments are constructing more than 7,500 kilometres of new and upgraded roads. This is in addition to more than 14,000 local government road projects under the Roads to Recovery program, 2,000 black spot projects and 300 heavy vehicle safety and productivity projects. Importantly, we've increased investment in rail by more than 10-fold. We are rebuilding 1/3 of the entire interstate rail freight network, over 4,000 kilometres of new or upgraded track. We're taking 7 hours off the journey from Melbourne to Brisbane. We're taking 9 hours off the journey from the East Coast to the West Coast. As a result of that, companies like Woolworths have taken their dry goods off heavy vehicles and onto rail. Companies such as Australia Post and Fed Express have also moved from road to rail, resulting in improvements in productivity, but also positive environmental outcomes, as well as, of course, road safety benefits by taking heavy vehicles off the road.